America loves their Marines. Well, at least some of them do. But that's because they don't really understand what the Marine Corps is about, or any of the branches of service. They tend to blend them all together. The Marine Corps has a unique mission and role within the United States. What qualifies me to talk to you today about the Marine Corps is the very fact that I served for 22 years, and I've spent 9.5 years overseas in 44 different countries, and the last one being Afghanistan, right after September 11, 2001. The Marines are a unique branch into themselves. A lot of people think we're like the Army, but we're really not. But to give you a brief overview, the first thing I'm going to talk about is the history of the Marine Corps. The Marine Corps was established on November 10, 1775, and we're about approximately a year older than America herself. And she was actually established in a bar called Tun Tavern in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania by Captain Samuel L. Nichols. And he was commissioned by the Continental Congress during the Revolutionary War to create 2 battalions of Marines. And one of the things about Marines is they have always been part of the Navy. And during the time of war, we would actually be stationed on naval ships. And when the ships fought together and they pulled in side by side and started commencing their broadside, the Marines would be up in the mast shooting down into the crew of the other ship. And that was basically what we did. After the Revolutionary War, in 1793, the Marine Corps was disbanded for a little while. America realized her mistake, and in 1798, the Continental Congress commissioned 2 more battalions of Marines and stationed on their new frigates. And now, America during this time needed to project her power outward after defeating the British. Unfortunately, the Brits didn't like this too well, so they created a lot of problems for us. But basically, the Marines were in their shipborne missions would go, and we fought the Barbary Pirates in 1801, and from there, we basically earned the nickname Leatherneck, which talks about the big leather collar, and that protected our necks from swords. And we got a lot of different nicknames from different battles and stuff, but another one that sticks out is in World War I, in the Battle of the Ardennes Forest versus the Germans, we got the nickname Teufelhunde, which means devil dog. Now, our mission our history up through World War II was about the same. We were basically a naval projection force, infantry, land down islands, do that. Well, the next thing I'm going to talk about is the mission of the Marine Corps. The mission changed after World War II. It was established with the National Security Act of 1947, which basically said, hey, this is what your mission is going to be. You're going to basically stay with the Navy for close quarter battle, and you're going to basically fall under the Department of the Navy. But at the same time, you're going to fall under the President, and you're going to have presidential authority, or the President will have authority to send you anywhere in the world at his time. And that's what I'm going to talk about next, is how the Marine Corps' role is with the United States and the President of the United States. We are a reactionary force. The Marine Corps can react anywhere in the world on 72 hours notice and go in and basically fight a battle for 30 days without resupply or anything. What makes us unique is we are called the President's own, and the reason for that is because the President himself can direct where we can go and fight without an act of Congress. No wars, no nothing like that, or no declaration of war or anything. He can send us anywhere in the world. And what we've been doing since the Vietnam Wars, we've been mainly doing a lot of humanitarian missions, but we've also done a couple of other missions and stuff, especially going into Afghanistan and taking Kandahar and stuff like that. And I hope that gives you a good overview of the Marine Corps. And one of the things we've talked a little bit about the history, the mission, and the role of the United States. And I know this is really short, and I just ask that you seek out more information at a later time. Thank you.